The Prince of Peace, Benedictine Abbey TIGONI, is located at the highlands of Limuru. It is the current mother monastery of the missionary Benedictine monks in Kenya. Established in 1985, the abbey is within the Catholic Archdiocese of Nairobi. The land where it sits was generously donated by the late Maurice Cardinal Otunga, the then Archbishop of Archdiocese of Nairobi. The actual building of the monastery started in 1988, and the church was consecrated in 1991, during the Solemnity of the Epiphany, by the late Maurice Cardinal Otunga. The official opening of the monastery was again graced the same cardinal in 1993. Since then, the monastery has grown in various aspects, and in September 2020, it was raised to the status of an abbey, and the first abbot was elected. To date, the whole of TIGONI Abbey has a total of 50 monks in vows, who pray and work together. The main activity at TIGONI is farming. There's tea farming, dairy, sheep, goats, pigs, poultry, greenhouse, vegetable, butchery, forest and the production of drinking water. In addition to that, it has a nice retreat and conference facilities, with the events field and a serene picnic site. About 20 monks are assigned to the abbey, and some are also involved in pastoral work. The basic formation of monks takes place in the abbey. Currently has a total of 8 postulants and novices, at the initial stages of formation. The abbey has dependent communities, namely Eldoret, Nanyuki, Ruaraka, Kapkmich, and Ilaret. Nanyuki community is located at the foot of Mount Kenya, under the patronage of Our Lady of Mount Kenya. It was started in 1978, and is in the Catholic Archdiocese of Nyeri. This piece of land was providentially donated by Mrs. Mary Swanson Sutcliffe, towards the end of 1978. Abbot Lambert, of Paramiho Abbey, accepted the donation, and the novitiate started in May 1979. And comprised of 5 Ugandans, and 2 Kenyans. The efforts of our first missionaries in Nanyuki is worth remembering. Apart from formation and pastoral work, monks were involved in activities aimed at making the community self-reliant. These included cattle, chicken, rabbits, and fish farming. Today, Nanyuki, famously known as African Bible on the Ground, serves as a spiritual nourishment center for pilgrims from all over the country. This project of the African Bible on the Ground was started and successfully completed by Father Raymond Tamale, with assistance of people of goodwill. The African Bible on the Ground focuses on the people's culture and goes with the theme of enculturation, expressed in the African Synod. This spiritual center, situated at the foot of Mount Kenya, is a practical process by which the Word of God meaningfully addresses the culture of a people as part of God's plan of salvation. It takes on the approach of pre-formation, formation, reformation, and transformation. It expresses an illustration of a meaningful relation of the African Bible to the African context today. People from all walks of life make their pilgrimage to the African Bible on the Ground for prayer, and surely all get enriched.
This praise has a lot of relevance to the church in general, because many people talk about Bible on the ground, and that's why you find that on Saturday, normally we have very many guests who come here. So actually there are many opportunities at Nanyuki. If we have, I think, good guest house, then we are going to serve the people here better.
Nanyuki has a beautiful church dedicated to Saint Jerome. There are also a good number of rooms that can accommodate those who wish to do their spiritual retreats. At the moment, there are 5 monks assigned to Nanyuki. Saint Benedict, Ruaraka community, is located along the Thika Superhighway, in the Catholic Archdiocese of Nairobi. It was established in 1977 by the missionary Benedictine monks from Paramiho Abbey. who came to Nairobi with the aim of opening a new monastery in the capital of Kenya. This was after an invitation by His Eminence, the late Morris Cardin Lotunga. The community was founded in 1978, together with St. Benedict Parish. They also started a retreat house, a Mani Conference Center, and later a vocational training and production center, VTPC. Fathers Morris Rienleen, John Newdegger, and Father Klaus Brown Riuta were actively involved in pastoral work in the Survey of Kenya, National Youth Service, NYS, and General Service Unit, GSU. At the same time, Father Engbert Klinger, a professor of philosophy, who started teaching at Consolata Seminary. Today, Ruaraka remains a complex community in the sense that it is involved in pastoral work, through St. Benedict Parish. Education, through St. Benedict Primary School, St. Stephen Catholic School, St. Maurice Catholic Special School, and Vocational Training and Production Center, VTPC. The community has a retreat and conference facilities with enough space for the garden events. Currently, 10 monks are assigned to this community.
The main intention was to evangelize and to reach out to the people in the Madare Valley, both spiritually and psychologically, emotionally, and physically. We are still relevant because the same people are still living in the same place, and the church has to come in, the Benedictines have to come in to ensure that we are realizing that mission by attending to them both physically, also emotionally, and supporting them spiritually. And this is done by most of our conference working in the valley, helping us to realize this vision. As we look at some of our departments, they are also helping to realize this vision, because the church together with the school, they are helping to align this vision together.
St. Gregory International Benedictine Study House, Langata, which is directly under the Congregation of St. Ottilien, is located near the Institutions of Studies. It was established in 1999. Its construction was supervised by Father Pius Mulbacher, who was appointed as the first rector in 2003. He immediately began plans to put up structures for the new study house building, including rooms for students, refectory, chapel, library, and conference hall. The house was officially blessed and opened in 2004. To date, this study house remains important for the congregation, since it accommodates about 25 students and staff from 9 different worldwide monasteries.
Yeah, and one thing I have learned from Benedictine life is, especially monastic life, sometimes you think it is going down and everything is crashing down, and suddenly it revives itself. And this is the pattern of life, that there will be ups and downs, but that we should not let it go down, let it keep going up. And the future now is in the young hands. Abbott is a young person, and I believe with his gifts of listening, as St. Benedict says, Abbott should be someone who's a listener, someone who's going to be able to win souls. I see now the young people, so many young people, which is good. And my prayer is that they continue to invest in these young people for the future of the community, so that the spirit of the founders does not die. TIGONI is best placed than any other community of our congregation in terms of location, in terms of market, in terms of opportunities. You have everything here. What you need to do is put your acts together and look at the common good.
The Risen Christ, Kapkmich Parish, is found in the Catholic Diocese of Eldoret, and is bordering Irusui Parish in the Catholic Diocese of Kakamega, to the west. Catholic Diocese of Kisumu, to the south, Kobu Joy Parish, to the east, and Tindinyo to the north. It used to be an outstation of Kobu Joy Parish. It was established in February 1997, by the Benedictine missionary, Father Matthias Wetzel, who became the first parish priest. He started his work aggressively, by strengthening the faith of the people, training his parish officials on how to take responsibilities, keep records, and knowing the number of Christians. He conducted monthly parish council meetings, and taught the officials and the catechists how to run the church. The Christians assisted in digging of the foundations, bringing the stones and water, for all the 20 outstations of the parish, constructed by Father Matthias. Today, this community deals with pastoral work and is currently assigned with 2 monks.
Talking about the faith of the people, from the history, it has grown from the number which Father started with. Right now we can say around 8,000 Christians. What is unique about this community or the parish, most of them come from families where we have various denominations. It is a challenge of having 24 stations. They cannot have mass. That is why we try, at least we have sub-parish masses. That one we converge at least 3 stations in that area. Then they have mass, apart from the various masses in their own stations.
St. Peter, the fisherman parish, is located at the eastern shore of Lake Turkana, and at the border of Kenya and Ethiopia, in the Catholic Diocese of Marsabit. It was an outstation of North Hore Parish. Right Reverend Ambrose Ravasi, the then Bishop of Marsabit, had on a number of occasions requested the Benedictines to take up the challenge of bringing the Benedictine presence among the Dasanich people.
In most cases, I have to travel and get to see that we have provided the community what is required. I go to Marsabit, I go to Isiolo, I go to Meru, I go to Nanyuki, I go to Nairobi to collect what is required for us in the community. When a brother remains here alone, the workload is heavy for him to carry the services for the people who are around. But when you are more, then the workload will be less, because the division of those responsibilities will ease the movement, will ease the services that these people require from us, which will be a good idea that we have more rooms for the community, and also we get more brothers knowledgeable enough to know that we are missionaries and we are working in this area.
We have about 10 outstations spread all over. It takes about 90 kilometers to get to an outstation from the mission center, and sometimes you can find people have moved from where they were to another place because they are nomads. But we have 3 stations where we serve constantly every Sunday. That's the main parish center, and then Selicho and Aipete. Here the 3 stations are more permanent, settled, and we offer our services here every Sunday.
In 2003, Father Florian went on a scouting mission, assisted by the priests of North Hore Parish, who had embarked on plans to start missionary work there. After thorough deliberations, the Benedictines took up the task, and St. Peter the Fisherman was officially opened on 29th of June, 2005, on the occasion of the solemnity of Saints Peter and Paul. Father Florian became the first parish priest, where he served for about 16 years. Today, the community continues with the parish pastoral activities, guest house, and the garage for repairing cars. This community is currently assigned with 3 monks.